Good morning, everyone. Or is it? I avoid saying good morning because morning sounds like morning. I wonder if that is a coincidence. Probably not. A lot of people caught on to that. Anyway, I don't even like to say hello because it's HELL. Oh, meaning you're giving a high five to hello. I know it's crazy, but actually, this is something that was triggered by me going on Twitter, watching the trends. I haven't been on Twitter for a pretty long time. I am on and off of it because I noticed it riles me up and I don't need that. Yes, easily triggered nowadays. Yes, and I saw something the health ranger posted, and other people post stuff, obviously. Oh, and the only reason why I got back on it is because I got a message that somebody was inquiring if I died. No, not yet, I'm still kicking. Yes. Anyway, I like when people think about me. Seriously, I appreciate it. And the other thing, yes, I saw the trend for today. And what seems to be trending is the drag queens half naked. Yeah, I was just reading a post here. Drag queens and half naked gender cultists dance around little kids at the Olympics for the entire world to watch. The entire performance is taking place on a black and white Masonic checkered floor, which, I don't know why I felt like saying bored. Not as in B-O-R-E-D, as in B-O. I'll leave it there. Alright, so that was one, and then the reason why I got that is because Health Ranger posted comment. I've been listening to Health Ranger. I appreciate him very much. As anything else, I take everything with a grain of salt, and I refuse to take 100% everything in what somebody tells me. I mean, this is how you give your power away. I like to be on the fence because this way, you don't put yourself in a corner and say, oh yes, this man knows it all. Nobody knows it all, and I would be very careful with that. Well, especially when people say to you, oh, I'm gonna teach you this, and I'm gonna teach you that. And yes, sure. Definitely, I want to learn. Everybody should really look into learning. Every breathing moment is important, in my opinion. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Yes, I woke up at 2:49 this morning, bright and early. And I made the mistake of going on Twitter. And I got riled up. Okay, so finally. He said there, demonic rituals now characterize the Olympics. Every corporate sponsor of this demonic event should be boycotted forever. Alright, people. We need to figure out how we contribute to this poisonous mushroom. I love mushrooms, but some of them are poisonous, and that goes for snakes too, right? I was talking yesterday. I dislike snakes, and I was thinking my father liked snakes, but not the poisonous ones, obviously. He said, "Oh, we've got this garden snake in the backyard." And I said, "Oh, I hope I don't see it." He said, "Well, it's defenseless and it eats mice. It takes care of pests. So, like anything else, everything is not black and white. Um, I guess grayish line." This brings me to what I was talking about I think in the karma video. I was saying that yin and yang should not be separated. Something happened and they got separated, and that's why we've got all this contrast. Well, that's my view on it. I mean, I don't claim to know anything, but I think the only way people can really understand or open up for debate, for discussion, without killing themselves, without attacking, without bullying. I don't know, I was thinking this morning, okay, how would we start fixing things? And so many things came to my mind. I was thinking, what does it have priority? I mean, I'm thinking the way we use the words has priority, and then the way we back up the words with actions, right? But it's so complex. You can't have it black and white, and that's why the yin and yang is just a clue to me, personally. Right? Like, think of the snakes, think of mushrooms, and other things. Some flowers are poisonous, some flowers are not. Plants, But they exist. And now, what's important is that information. So you choose those things appropriately. A poisonous flower. Why would somebody be so crazy about poisonous flowers unless they want to kill something? I don't know, that's how I see it. Yeah. But back to what I was saying. He said demonic rituals now characterize the Olympics. He should have said demonic rituals are trying to characterize the entire world. We need to be careful how we make these statements, okay? Look at the word now. Everybody looked at it, And I looked at it too, and I was like, I am so fascinated of letters, words. You take a letter away and the word is different. You add a letter and the world and word are different, right? So if you look at now, I see a few computations that make me think. One is, obviously, no. If you read it in reverse, is own, right? But if you mix them up a bit, you get NWO. Yes, I know, it could be a coincidence, but is it? I'm not sure. But when you're not sure about something, you try to be careful with how you express yourselves. I try so hard to pick my words carefully. Maybe that's why I speak so slow. I don't know. It's like I feel that if I use the wrong power to those words, I give them the wrong power, they do not do what they're supposed to do. So that's why I'm always thinking, like, how can I say something without giving it power, without making it sound negative or whatnot. I do not know why I have this. Uh, I have it since I was a child. Anyway, it was like a sort of code, maybe, for me that I was playing with, right? Another thing that I would like to address is how people contact you and talk to you. I yesterday sent someone an email to advise that I'm not able to communicate, but as soon as I can, I will get back to them. And I described that I am struggling and I need time. So he didn't reply to that email, but he sent me an email. He sent me an email. When was it sent? This morning? No, last night. Doesn't really matter. But he sent me this message. Just play on words. Bon Void. Maybe that's Bon Void is a name. I didn't look. But I like the fact that the minute I saw that, I thought, this is a misspelling. Probably wanted to say Bon Voyage. And sure enough, I open it up. I see a YouTube link. And for further specification, I see the lyrics. I mean, sent the lyrics. And I'll just read them to you. Bon voyage, bon voyage, bon voyage, bon voyage. 8 times bon voyage for some reason. Well, it's a song, so you try to make it fit, right? Clouds forming on the gospel sky. Trouble is about to brew on us. It didn't matter that we tried. They can only take a few from us. Their thins and paws and hooves and feet saunter up the gangway. The randomest sampling is complete. God, could there be some way that I could wear a hood? Or by the way I stood, sneak aboard with you. Imitate, 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 imitate. They still know it's you. Bon voyage, bon voyage. Peace be with all of you. I wish that I wish that I were one of you. Tears falling on the sloping sand. They're about to leave, and we will stay, all governed by the rules of chance. They're about to leave, and we will stay. Goodbye to my lucky friends and foes. Glad that we could know you. Everyone sends their last hello. I wish that we could join you. 2 of you, 2 of them, 2 of those, 2 of them. Safety for the few. 2 of you, 2 of them, 2 of those, 2 of them. They will start anew. Bon voyage, bon voyage, bon voyage. Peace be with all of you. I wish that I I wish that I... Bon voyage, bon voyage. 8 times bon voyage. Bickering, dickering, bickering, dickering. Everything that moves. Bickering, dickering, bickering, dickering. Final, futile moves. Bon voyage, bon voyage, bon voyage. Peace be with all of you. I wish that I wish that I wish that I. Bon voyage, bon voyage, bon voyage. 8 times. And it's signed Satan. Yeah, that's what it's signed. And it's signed. Also, it has, me and God decided we don't want anything to do with humanity anymore. You're all on your own. And then, in modern politics, the truth is whatever lie you can get the gullible to believe. I agree with that. Data is the raw material that big tech uses to track, to manipulate, and to traumatize people in our country every single day. So yes, I don't know if this person saw my video. I was talking about warriors yesterday. To me, this doesn't sound like a warrior. It sounds more like a warrior. He worries too much. Why does he worry so much? Why does he think God left us? And that's why he is living too. To me, this looks like a warrior who really lost their faith. First of all, they lost faith in God. God never left. The higher power, the original place we're all coming from. Again, I don't know for sure, but to me, it kind of sounds that way. That's how I feel currently. I may change my opinion. I'm entitled to. I don't subscribe to anything 100% because I've been fooled way too many times to do that. And there's also this thing that came to mind. I was coughing and I took a quick break, and my mind obviously kept on going. And I said, that's so interesting, you know. The subject would be double speak for today. Because there is a lot of double speak happening. Double entendre. And immediately I thought of the snake. Man, sorry, I'm so obsessed with the snake. Forked tongue. A forked tongue has 2 spikes on it. Anyway, what we need to master is the Trinity speak. It can mean many things, but in the same time, doesn't have frets in it. Because typically, people use double speak, the ones that do it pretty obvious. In a very obvious way, but at the same time, they think they're sneaky. And, oh, I didn't mean this. I meant that. Oh no, you're making things up. You are delusional. Yeah, sure. I don't care. I think you're delusional, but it's okay. I mean, it's your opinion. I don't care, really. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. This is what I'm not getting. What is so difficult for people to have different opinions and get all upset and pumped up for something? Yeah, okay, we don't agree. Goodbye. End of story. But no, you have to have those who have vendettas. Like this guy. I don't know why he sent me this. I told him I am fighting here. And he chose to send me something uplifting. Well, actually, a couple of songs came to my mind and I almost answered, but I said, you know what, I'll let it be. It's obvious people struggle, so as long as you don't lose your marbles, you will be okay. Oh, that's for sure. Because you will have your focus on yourself and what it is actually important in your life. In my life, important is to be peaceful, calm, love, blah blah blah, like really infantile stuff. I loved my childhood and my dream world. Like, why is it that it was crushed by this world with things you need to do? The most important thing for me today, whatever the bottom line that I arrived at today, and it's probably not the conclusion, as I don't know, I get more information, more data, is that the language was created as a tool of manipulation. And even though it is used as a weapon against us, once we know that, we pay attention to the words. What do they mean? What did they use to mean long time ago? What have they become? Take the word diversity. And I know this is controversial, people, so don't actually, my comments will be disabled for safety reasons. You take the word diversion, and division, and diversity. Anyway, this is long enough. I am doing well. I'm taking care of my plants. I'm cleaning as much as I can my home. And I focus on myself and on things that make me happy. I will not let anything drag me down like those things I saw on Twitter. Why are people stuck on stuff that happened 3 years ago? Still hoping something's gonna happen. Oh, the responsible are going to be brought to justice, blah blah blah. It's obvious it's not gonna happen. Not in 3D for sure. Just don't put energy into that stuff. Just ignore. Oh, yesterday I saw a lot of polls. Like, I don't know, there are some elections coming up. I don't care, really. And it's not hate speech, it's my choice. But, yeah, you have to remind people, you do have choices. So, I've been noticing a trend. For a long time, people create polls. And they forget to add some essential things. One of them would be not applicable. But when somebody makes a poll and they go with some choices, and you're being forced to choose one of them when you do not agree with either one of them, I have a problem with that, personally. I'm thinking, does that person realize when they post that poll, do they realize they're being very controlling? I mean, in their mind, they're saying, I want to see who you're choosing, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But at the same time, what they're doing unknowingly, they're applying the same mentality, the same method of destruction that comes from the top. Well, I'm being sarcastic. That is not top. Everything is upside down. So yes, pretty much. So they're presenting choices, and these are your choices. Take it or leave. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave. That is my choice. Oh, take the highway. Sure, I will take the highway anytime. I think I have more freedom. Quite frankly, I would take my own path wherever I want to go. Why do I need to take the highway where it's dangerous? Because there are crazies driving who do not know how to drive, who you can see they're entitled just by watching them how they drive. It's my way or the highway. Listen, buddy, you can have your way and you can have the highway. I'm not interested in either of those. I don't know, just thoughts I have. If you want to respond to this, communicate, please send an email. I promise I will look into them. Do not send me any links. I'm not clicking on links. I've been noticing a lot of weird things coming through lately. More and more. And my phone. I disconnected my phone. And my cell phone is always turned off too. I avoid anything that disturbs my peace. And I suggest everyone tries to keep their calm. I really feel something's happening. Don't know if it is to do with Lionsgate, but in my life, really bad things happened in August all the time. Not that I had time to really look at it, and a very important event happened in 17 of August 17, and it was surrounded also by a, what was it? Solar eclipse, I believe. I think it was a solar eclipse. I don't remember, but it was an eclipse. So I don't know. This is something to do only with me, but considering the stuff that's going on, and I'm noticing when I do venture on MSM, it seems to be a trend. So my thinking is, better be safe than sorry. Stay away from people who trigger you. In my case, I need to stay away from everybody. Don't know why that is happening. So I'm working on that. It's not normal in my view. But that's why I'm working on it, and I'm putting in a lot of effort. And me putting these videos out are meant to help me express myself, and looking for others who seem to have similar experiences. There was something else I noticed throughout my life. And that was, you always have to admit defeat, even though you didn't really lose. It's just that somebody else needed that thing or whatever. Like, you know, you can have it. You can have anything you want. material stuff. I don't care for material stuff at all. I mean, yes, I need to make my things look good because they uplift my morale. I surround myself of things that I love, and I try to declutter, recycle type of thing. Even though recycle is kind of weird nowadays, because I have a feeling you're doing this effort for nothing. But the things that I can control is those items, shoes, clothing, objects. I don't want them anymore. I have too much of it, or I never used it. I try to find a way to give them to someone who do someone who does need it. Have a great day, everyone. I love you. Take care.